Hello and welcome to the 1875 talk show. My name is Luke. Before we get into my half-time review, please like, share and subscribe. Team unchanged from the QPR beating side that we saw the other day. A few seconds in, Blues really did seem to have the same energy they had against QPR. And then it seemed to die down a little bit, to be honest. If there was ever a half that screamed 0-0, it was that one. Very, very quiet. There's next to no noise coming from the fans. Both sets, to be honest. I think it's a midweek game, though. Both players, they seem a little bit nervy about the weather conditions. There's several times where they've made long balls, both sides, and the balls either come short because of the wind or long because of the wind. The most exciting part was a bit of a push-in, bit of argy-bargy by Scott Hogan. He nudged a Millwall player over into the advertising boards, and I thought that might spark the team into something, but no. Blues were making silly fouls all over the place. And the thing is that there were light, soft fouls. No cards shown. But, you know, Millwall were happy to break up our play. This moment you're actually seeing now was the most exciting moment of the match with this beautiful cross by Longello. That was it. That's literally all that's happened in the whole first half. Both teams haven't really had any significant chances. Blues have broke free more than Millwall, but Millwall have tracked back really well. Millwall have only tracked back really well because, I'll be completely honest, a lot of passes they seem to have gone behind our players, where that gives the Millwall defence a chance to come back. As I say, if any half screams 0-0 draw, it's definitely that one. I still think Blues can nick it. I think John Eustace is going to go in there, and I think he's going to tell him we've got to ask more questions of the Millwall defence. I think we need to start getting our more creative lads on the ball, see what they can do. It's really difficult to point to a man of the half, I'll be honest. But for me, it's going to have to be Maxime Collan. He's made a very nice few tackles, made a couple of good runs. One thing I have noticed is Deeney has got, I think, 6 out of 5 headers, but we're just not getting the second ball, which it is a bit worrying considering that against QPR we were getting all the second balls. Now we're not. But we'll see what the end of the half brings, and you know, I'm hoping Blues can break out I'm hoping we come out in the second half and we break out a little bit more and we see what comes. So let's get into it. Second half. Well, second half's just finished, and well, what can I say? Really, it was just typical Championship 0-0. A few moments of brilliance in it, though, especially for Blues. An absolutely blazing run from Chong early in the second half, almost through 2 or 3 players, I think. Brought down very cynically at the edge of the box. Yellow card was shown. Hannibal took it, and it just kept rising over the wall, then rising over the bar, and I think it's still going. Chong brought down again shortly after. He was looking more and more dangerous. Bit better, much better for Blues actually. Both Hannibal and Chong see more of the ball, really driving the midfield forward. When Hannibal and Chong on the ball, you can almost see the Millwall defence kind of shitting their brick and just kind of stepping back a little bit. And then 56th minute, Chong come off Bacuna. And I think, to be honest, the challenges that were made on Chong kind of forced Eustace's hand. Sanderson with an absolute great, clean and solid tackle, then a lovely long ball to Deeney. Final pass to Bacuna was intercepted, though. Lovely bit of play between Bacuna, Hannibal and Longello up on the top left. Bacuna tried to get a shot off after bringing it all the way to the box, and then, fortunately, his shot was blocked, allowing Millwall to break. Bacuna was dragged down, nothing given, allowing Millwall to break again. Luckily, Dean, absolutely solid clearance at the back. Lovely chance, that chance you've just seen, actually. A lovely chance for the boys to do. Bacuna with a lovely little dink to Deaney, getting an elbow in the face for his troubles. Deaney to Collan, brought it into the box. Collan with a great cross. And it looked to me like a defender took it off Hogan's foot before he even had a chance. But you can see it here. Collan running in. Tucks it, and it just looked to me like it just someone took it off Hogan before he had a chance. Millwall really were starting to play dirty, really digging into their dirty bag of tricks at this point. 67th minute Millwall sub Bennett off for Tyler Berry. Blues really did up the tempo, to be honest, with our passing. It's like we were taking this. Yeah, I'll come to this in a minute. We were taking too long with our passing. It just we should have done better. Blues really, Longelo dragged down again, but the ref just waved it away. Millwall, you can tell they haven't set themselves up to win the game, but they haven't set themselves to lose the game. As you just saw, Sanderson let Tyler Berry run past him, one-on-one with Ruddy. There you go, one-on-one with Ruddy. But, I mean, Dean did really well just to put pressure on the man, but Ruddy with an absolute clincher of a save. And shortly after, Ruddy made his feelings quite clear about the error of Sanderson. I want to bring up Harley Dean. I think he's been absolutely spectacular tonight. He's won every header that's come his way. Hannibal was brought down shortly after, and finally the ref called for it. And then 77th, Deanie off, Hannibal off, Lucas Jukovic on, George Hall on. Blues were starting to cause their own problems, like Bielik tried to dribble through two players in our own box, which Millwall just nicked the ball off him, but they just kept passing it until they eventually passed themselves offside. Blues seem to have dropped deeper and deeper into our own half, leaving a lot more room for Millwall to start dictating the game. Substitute 84th minute, Bradshaw on. I'm going to apologise for ruining this name. Volksammer? I don't know. Off, Honeyman off, and Callum Stiles on. Ruddy with an absolute long throw that it would make an American whatever you want to call it, American football player jealous. George Hall running after it like hell. Early cross forces the Millwall keeper into concede a corner. Shortly after, Longelo with a great cross goes all the way through. Hall puts pressure on the Millwall defender, gains a corner. We're starting to put more balls in the box. It only took 88 minutes for us to do it. Millwall, as I say, they've really set themselves up to match and stifle the way Blues play, really dragging out things like throw-ins and free kicks. You can see they just wanted a clean sheet. They don't care if that means they don't score. That being said, other than the few moments that I mentioned, Blues haven't looked particularly threatening either. We haven't had the same tempo, the same drive, the same passion as the QPR match. Whether that just be the amount of games that we've had, I don't know. This was a typical 0-0 championship type of match. It's very difficult to pick out who I would say man of the match is. It's a toss-up between Dean and Ruddy, to be truthfully honest. Ruddy for that amazing save, it was awesome. But Dean, because he's just been absolutely solid at the back, I'm going to have to go Dean. Championship table shows us sitting pretty at 12th. Millwall are in 9th. And that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote for this one. I look forward to the next one. Let's see if we can have a much better game in the next one. All right, everyone. Enjoy your game. Keep right on. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.